Look, I want to welcome everybody to Rosanna Faraci's Black and White Moods book launch. Shh, I won't be too long, I promise. This book has been 10 years in the making, with the most beautiful black and white, timeless portraits by Rosanna Faraci in print and on canvas, as you can see tonight. They are all for sale, and they're absolutely beautiful. I just want to say what an amazing turnout we have tonight, and thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Helen Reiser, and I'm hosting this event. Rosanna and I have been friends and work colleagues for quite a few years now. She's photographed quite a lot of my events over the years, and I have loved working with her. And she's always had the knack and the capabilities of making each guest of mine over the years feel so wonderful and comfortable being photographed. She makes them all feel very special in front of the camera, and it can sometimes be quite intimidating for them. And she just makes them feel so warm and comfortable and fuzzy, and she's just amazing. At the tender age of 17, actually, I know she probably hates me talking about it, but that was only 2 years ago, she was discovered by a photographer, and that's when she started her modelling career. Quietly, our gorgeous Rosanna still models today. She doesn't really focus on that so much. Her focus is on her photography, and it has been for over 10 years, thus the book. We have a couple of special people in Rosanna's life who wish to say a few words. So I'm going to make my speech very, very short, and I'm going to welcome her longtime friend, Justin Lecco, to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. I've got my deep voice on now. Man voice. Oh gosh, Isn't this woman absolutely beautiful? I've known Rosie for quite some time now, and she has photographed me multiple. I've pretty much become one of her muses, but she's also become an absolute muse to me, and I love her. Today we are here for her 10-year anniversary of photography, and this is pretty much what this book's all about. If you have seen any of the photos, actually part of all you guys who are here tonight have been photographed by Rosie, so you would know all about it. So, Rosanna, you are like my big sister, and like we always said, big sister, little brother. I'm so proud of you. You are so incredibly amazing, and you empower women. Rosanna's a single parent, and everything that she does is for her children. And I see her almost every single week, almost every single day, and speak throughout the day constantly. So this woman works her butt off and does everything for her family. And for her to be also doing this, it's just empowering women to know that you are capable. And as a single parent, to do anything. And I think that's the most amazing message that this woman could pass on to anybody here tonight. Yeah. Also, as some of you all know, I was on a TV show called, yes, I'm talking about myself. About my looks though, but I was on a TV show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, where I was representing the Kids Foundation. Rosie jumped on board and she took part of my Instagram account, and she had also come on board as an ambassador. So let's give it a round of applause for that, being an ambassador for the Kids Foundation. Susie's here tonight. And $1 goes from the book that's sold, goes towards the Kids Foundation. So it's another great reason to buy the book and get on board, not to only support.
$50 per canvas sold also goes to the Kids Foundation.
Yeah. So thank you all so very much for being here tonight, for this amazing woman who is so empowering, so beautiful, and yeah, I love you. And now,
I'd like to welcome Suzie ONeil from the Kids Foundation to talk about the charity and the amazing work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, I'd really like to say a little bit about how I met Rosie and the amazing work that she's been doing in such a short time for the charity. But I believe things happen for a reason, and I was on holidays and I met Justin through my son, and one night we were having a long chat and Justin was talking about the issues that he had growing up about appearance. And I'm going, really? Here's this gorgeous looking guy and he's talking about appearance issues? And anyway, when we got into the discussion, he had very similar issues to the children that we work with. So I said to my son, I'd really love Justin to be an ambassador. And unbeknownst to us, he was going on the I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. So one of the things that did happen, we went from 600 followers to 6,000 in just a couple of days. But most importantly, we got to meet this beautiful person behind the scenes that was actually doing his social media, and that was Rosie. So we became quite good telephone friends for quite a while. But the Kids Foundation is about injuries. So it's children that have been injured in abuse, neglect, accidents and crime. So we have pretty traumatic stories. And I won't tell you too much, but we have an ambassador here tonight, Matt. And what we're about to show you now is a little bit about what the foundation does, but it's what some of these kids go through to get to a point where they come to us, but then they've got hope. So I hope you enjoy this little bit of a story. What is so special about our relationship with Justin and Rosie is that they have the same values as us. And Rosie continually says to me, oh, but I'm not doing enough. Do you know that just $2 can educate a child in the Kids Foundation for a year? So every $2 matters. And it only will take, if everybody twittered $2 for the foundation, we had 500,000 people out there. There's the $1 million we need to run the foundation each year. But our foundation reaches, and in February 2020, we will reach 350,000 children in Australia, because every day 5,000 children go to hospital from an injury, and we just don't get the same financial support that illness and disease does. So when we've got people like Rosie and Justin out there fighting for the Kids Foundation, they're making a huge difference. So we just want to thank everybody that has been part of the book, that have donated, Rosie for what she's doing for the foundation. We can't thank you enough. It makes a big difference. Thanks. And we've just got a little Seymour for Rosie to keep, just so you're...
Oh, I love cuddling Tiana, but when she's not there, I've got this.
Thank you, Suzie ONeil. That was amazing. What an inspiring and brilliant film clip. Thank you. We now have another very special, beautiful human in Rosanna's life, and that is her daughter, Tiana. We'd like to welcome her to the stage to express her words to her mum in a poem. Thank you.
That's okay. Okay, so I'm up here right now. Okay. All right, so I'm Rosanna's daughter. I'm Tiana, as you already may know. And one day she decided to make a book. She said, Tiana, I'm going to make a book. And like, okay. So I didn't really think she was actually going to make a book, because I thought it was like only a one-time thing. But she actually made a book, and she taught herself how to make, like, you know those things at the back of a book, and when the person like scans it? Yes, the barcode. So
I was like, how do I get a barcode?
yeah, so she went on YouTube and taught herself how to get it, you know.
Publish and copyright.
Yep, and she actually did it and made her own book, and I was really proud of her, because I actually think, like, if you want to put your mind to anything, you can actually make that happen, because that's what my mum always says to me. So I'm really proud of her right now, because she made this all happen, and she made her own book, she made canvases, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiana. Now I wish to welcome a very special person who is highly regarded in Melbourne and has known Rosanna for a very long time. Fiona Byrne is the Sunday Herald Sun celebrity writer, and she'll be conducting a short Q&A with Rosanna. Please make Fiona feel welcome.
First of all, thank you so much for all coming along tonight to support Rosanna. Rosanna and I have been friends for about 25 years.
25.
I would say, when I first started working at the paper, I started working at the Herald Sun. One of the first people I wrote about when I started doing columns for the Sunday Herald Sun was Rosanna, and I have had the pleasure of being able to publish her work in the Herald Sun over the years, and I've also employed her to photograph events when I was working for a corporate property here in Melbourne. So we've had a long journey together. Before I say anything else, I just want to point out Bonnie and just ask everybody here who has a mobile phone to go to tvweeklogiawards.com.au and vote for her for Best New Talent. It will take you 30 seconds to do it, and she would love you to do it, and she won't ask, so I'm happy to ask on her behalf. Rosanna, you're the person that everybody here is waiting to hear from. We've heard from so many people who love you and have supported you over the years, and now it's your turn to have the microphone. Can you tell us how your passion for photography started?
Well, being a model like the majority of my life and having my photo taken, I always wondered what it would be like on the other side of the camera, and I'd always daydream and visualise the way I'd actually like to take photos. And your modelling career, obviously, when you reach a certain age, you have to look into other things. And I actually started off as a makeup artist, and photography was only meant to be a hobby, and it was really funny. It was a really hard time in my life. And I didn't even have enough money to buy my first camera, so I sold my jewellery, my clothes, and I went into Ted's camera store and no one would help me. And the lovely Lisa, who's standing over there, I went in with my stroller and Tiana in the pram and in tears and asked for her help, and she helped me buy my first camera. And it kind of blossomed from there, and I've been really fortunate. I've had many obstacles, but I've been really fortunate. Laurent from Studio Bastille, who did all the graphics for the book, has mentored me the whole way. So I've been really, really fortunate.
You specialise in black and white photography, and I think one of your great gifts is that you know how to shoot bodies. You know how to photograph people's angles and to lengthen their torsos, to lengthen their legs through light and through image. And I would like to know if you feel that having been a model, that helps you to get the best out of people in front of your camera.
Definitely 100%. Like lingerie and swimwear was my forte when I was modelling. And so the agencies normally send models that are raw and young and are a bit awkward with their bodies. And it's amazing how by fixing their posture you can create shape. And I also like to paint their body with light. So having the light coming from behind gives them a beautiful body line. There are so many tricks to sort of achieve that look with lighting. And also I think confidence plays a big part because that improves their posture when photographing them. Having rapport and being on the other side of the camera definitely makes them more comfortable.
There's a lovely section in this book that also features couples. You've been photographing couples, and yes. I think that it's a fantastic portfolio of work. With that, what were you doing to make people feel comfortable working together in front of a camera as opposed to posing individually?
Well, I've been really fortunate. A lot of the couples are actually dating. So when I started taking photos and I showed them what I wanted, I had to sort of say, okay, we're finished now. They kept going. And a couple of the that were raw, when I was modelling, I was booked to do international photo shoots, and it was for resorts around the world. And they were always couple shoots, so I was always able to sort of show them how to pose. And I'm a massive romantic, so I'm very dreamy when it comes to sort of making people interact for photos.
Is it true that you played Cupid for two of your subjects?
Yes. Actually, Travis Burns and Emma Lane, like I am a bit of a Cupid, and I knew she had a crush on him and he had a crush on her. So I said, oh, I've got to do this photo shoot in Emerald. Can you be the reflector boy for Emma? And then when we were there, I was like, oh, how about you do a shoot together? And she had to press her body up against his, and he had to put his fingers through her hair, and I wanted them intensely looking at each other. They're now married. What more can I say? And living in LA. I am a bit of a cupid. Now it's my turn.
Rosanna, tell us, why did you decide to do this book?
Well, it's really funny. Like, I had done so many photo shoots, and all the models I photographed, it's not just a photo shoot. They've come into my home, and with the few skills I have in cooking, I whip together something. We do power walks. They've become my friends. So it's almost like a photography journal. And I look back and there's a story behind every photo shoot. Most of these shoots were done in my house or in Bali or LA, New York. It's been an incredible journey. So to put it all there, it's just a great memory to look back on. Like, every single shoot has a story, and most people procrastinate. And the one thing I've learned from this journey is do what you can with what you have, with where you are, and you'll surprise yourself with the results you get.
And Rosie, this is volume 1.
Correct. Look out.
So there's more to come.
Definitely. I'd actually love to launch this in LA as well, and I've had so much support so far. It's my passion project, and to have the Kids Foundation and be able to dedicate the last page to them, they inspired me. So I always thought about doing the book, and when I was at the Tango program a few months ago, Susie, I had expressed that I wanted to do the book, and I had chats with Matt, and they inspired me so much. They're such survivors and have so much strength. And she had said how the foundation, you know, if every company donated $1, and I said, if I do this book, I'll dedicate the last page and I'll donate $1 per sale. And I'm a true believer that if you're not good for your word, you're not good for nothing. So I thought, I have to deliver now.
Well, Rosie, you have delivered in spades with this book. It's a fabulous piece of work. It's something that will look great on any coffee table and in any library. Please purchase the book. Rosie's going to be doing book sales and signings later on this evening. And if you haven't checked out yet the canvases that are on show just on this side of the bar, they are spectacular, they are worth having a look, and they are absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, and I'm going to hand over to Helen. Thank you, Rosie.
Thank you.
Rosanna would like to say a few words and thank you, and before she signs her books. So please go ahead and thank you, everyone.
I promise this won't be too long. First of all, Fee, I said one day you'd interview me, so that's off my bucket list. I love you so much. Thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it. A big thank you to Susie from the Kids Foundation, Justin, my best friend, Tiana, my little angel, Helen, the heart and soul of Melbourne. After seeing how much work goes to an event, I've got so much more respect. Worship you. Also, Diesel Bar. How amazing is this venue? I've had my birthday here for the last few years, and I can't thank them enough. Where am I at? Laurent from Studio Bastille. I had the vision for this book, and Studio Bastille is my second home. He's mentored me, and he's done amazing graphics with the book. Levi Stevens, who's going to be rapping. Bonnie Anderson, Sam Withers, thank you so much. Hayley Matthews for doing my hair, Brazilian Leaves for dressing me, Hillary for doing my makeup, Tony Doherty, like you've always been supportive, you came along, woo! Ralph Carr, thank you for being an awesome mentor. Frank Stavala, when I've been down in the gutter, you've always come through with extra work, so thank you. And all the models and talent that have appeared in the book, thank you so much. And everyone for turning up and showing support. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you enjoy the book. And like Helen said, $1 per sale goes to the Kids Foundation. $50 per sale of the canvas goes to the Kids Foundation. Or if you buy 2 canvases, you get them for $1,000 instead of $6.95 each. Enjoy your evening. And now to Levi Stevens.
I'm not saying I'm the greatest that's ever lived. There's so many enemies, it's hard to see my friends. Interviewers asking questions are irrelevant. I wonder if I'll ever fly like a pelican. And if I fall, cause I'm a rising star, but that's a distance away. A marathon, I can feel the hate, cause all this love is gone. Need some pain relief, grab a Panadol. After that, shit I feel great. Can't believe these cards that I deal my fate. As the clock keeps ticking, shit I'm patiently awake. As time goes by, it becomes great. So live your life to the fullest. Don't let anybody say you should or you shouldn't. Just close your eyes and let the dreams play, cause the day is the day when we'll make the earth break. We're on what's left. Tell you, baby, I got just one thing. Yeah. So that song's called Strangers. To tell you, baby, I got just one thing. All right. I go by the name Levi J. Swerve. Put on Swerve next, thank you. So, tonight everyone's gonna be drinking. Everyone's gonna be drinking. But let's drink responsibly, okay? No drunk texting your exes either. I was drunk driving and drunk texting. She replied to my drunk message. I was drunk driving and drunk texting. She replied to my drunk message. Telling me to come over. She didn't care that I was not sober. With marijuana's motive. You the only girl I wanna take hold of. Not gonna lie, girl, I've been out on 9 couple tequila shots, bitches with head in the Sprite. So many women in the club, but none that caught my eye. None like you, girl. They just not my type. April's very young, so I'm not October. 23 and a Taurus, yes you can call me Jordan. I just wanna kiss your caramel skin. It tastes so sweet, regardless of the position we're in. You're still my treat, let's be discreet. No need to yell and scream, don't need no paparazzi flashing cameras at you with me. Let's be realistic, you're my girl, another statistic. So let's get this rip shit and get back down to business, baby. I know it's way past 12, but you're the only thing I'm thinking lately. It's driving me crazy. I was drunk driving and drunk texting. She replied to my drunk message. I was drunk driving and drunk texting. She replied to my drunk message. Telling me that it's over. Hold up, what you mean? Mommy, girl, you telling me to pull up in the garage with my limousine. It sounds a scene, but now I'm feeling paranoid. Talking to all these other boys. I'm speeding, I'm racing, I'm running everywhere. Baby, I don't want your body, I want your mind. Moments later, I check my phone and you reply. You reply. I'm sorry, I don't think this could work. I'm lying there thinking we are more than lovers. I don't wanna, if this was the end, I hold you close to me. Believe it when I, the words I only wanna speak. So please go home, you've been drinking, feel alone. I was drunk driving and drunk texting. She replied to my drunk message. I was drunk driving and drunk texting. She replied to my drunk message. That was a swerve. Swerve, swerve, swerve. Remember, drink responsibly, but have lots of damn fun. This next track is unreleased. It's called Dunk. It features one of my homies from Canada who's here tonight. So he's going to feature on as a surprise guest. Mr. Andre T. Turn this one up, turn this one up. Everything's so wrong, girl, ever since I met you. Nothing feels the same, no, no. I've been losing my mind, praying all of the time. What you do with your mind is hard to find. I reflect your love when you came to push and shove. Decided to go now, I miss you. Feeling through my bones, pain inside my soul. Every day I know you had me staying up all night. Now I'm wishing that I got some sleep. Empty bottles sitting by the sink. Swimming pools, drowning in my drink. 25, but I'm feeling grown. Underrated when I overdose. From these lines where my pen is rolled. Bottom right is what's on my soul. Angel eyes, girl, you devilish. Sucking bliss, hotter than the mist. Sweet as fuck, blaze with sin. Just like my skin, doesn't story ever happening. No cigars, but I'm blowing smoke. In and up, my fucking nose. See the lights are on, but nobody's on. Everything is so wrong, girl. Ever since I left you, nothing feels the same, no, no. I've been losing my mind, read it all of the time. What to do in your mind is hard to find. I neglected your love when you came to push and shove. I decided to go now, I miss you. Feeling through my nose, pain inside my soul. Every day I love you. Chest dripping off of that China white. Head banging on the floor for sight. Down and down when I'm drunk, tasting leader sideways when I'm swerving right. High goes, I'm past dice, no destination. I'm frosted flight. So tonight, and she dressed in white, and she come with the friends too. Pop hustle in the territory, you know how the mans do. Change the lanes with the tip shit, lean it back in the next 220 on the dance. 20 in the air, goes riding the spaceship. Yeah. Christian been full, got my time is right. Running through checks like I'm vibe is right. I'm overachieving, you underachieving, you unbelieving what my mind feels like. Running through checks like I'm total Mike. Brief in the night. There's only one problem, there's me in the fight. Yeah. Hey. I go by I am Levi J. I'll just tell General. Everybody give it up for Rose for putting on this beautiful event. The Black and White Moods, the great book. I love this guy, and I'm in it too.